Question 143. Federal elections are carried out to elect which of the following? A. Premier. B. Prime Minister. C. Member of Parliament. D. Senator. The answer is C. Member of Parliament. Question 20. When did settlers from France first establish communities on the St. Lawrence River? A. Late 1600s. B. Early 1700s. C. Late 1700s. D. Early 1600s. The answer is D. Early 1600. Question 56. Who can ask you about whom you voted for? A. No one. B. Any other Canadian. C. Your local MP. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is A. No one. Question 107. What do we need to bring with us for voting? A. Voter information card, voter's identity and address proof. B. Credit card. C. Ballot paper. D. None of these. The answer is A. Voter information card, voter's identity and address proof. Question 29. Where do the majority Métis live in Canada? A. Central Canada. B. The North. C. Prairie Provinces. D. The Maritimes. The answer is C. Prairie Provinces. Question 117. What is the reason behind the Canada and U.S. border? A. To improve security. B. To maintain distance. C. Canada wishes to remain independent of the United States. D. To prevent war between the two countries. The answer is C. Canada wishes to remain independent of the United States. Question 18. Which act granted for the first time in Canada legislative assemblies elected by the people? A. The Constitutional Act of 1982. B. The Constitutional Act of 1891. C. The Constitutional Act of 1791. D. The Constitutional Act of 1972. The answer is C. The Constitutional Act of 1791. Question 48. What is a polling station? A. Place where you vote. B. Campaign offices for candidates. C. Place where the number of votes is counted. D. Member of Parliament's constituency. The answer is A. Place where you vote. Question 66. What are the colors present in the Canadian flag? A. Blue and white. B. Red and white. C. Green and white. D. Red and blue. The answer is B. Red and white. Question 112. Which province has the largest population of Aboriginals? A. Manitoba. B. Ontario. C. Nova Scotia. D. Alberta. The answer is A. Manitoba. Question 148. When was the Magna Carta signed? A. 1649. B. 1215. C. 1425. D. 1615. The answer is B. 1215. Question 27. When is Remembrance Day celebrated? A. July 1st. B. October 6th. C. November 11th. D. November 20th. The answer is C. November 11th. Question 51. What is a major river in Quebec? A. Hudson's Bay. B. Niagara. C. Fraser River. D. St. Lawrence River. The answer is D. St. Lawrence River. Question 108. Where have most immigrants come from since the 1970s? A. Asia. B. England. C. France. D. USA. The answer is A. Asia. Question 133. Which of the following was invented by Alexander Graham Bell? A. BlackBerry. B. Fax machine. C. Telephone. D. Internet. The answer is C. Telephone. Question 14. What do you call the king's representative in the province's 8th? A. Governor-Lieutenant. B. King's Governor. C. Lieutenant Governor. D. Governor-General. The answer is C. Lieutenant Governor. Question 38. Which province is Canada's main producer of pulp and paper? A. Quebec. B. British Columbia. C. Saskatchewan. D. Ontario. The answer is A. Quebec. Question 100. Which province has the most valuable forest industry in Canada? A. Ontario. B. Alberta. C. Quebec. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. Question 47. Who was the first person to draw A. Map of Canada's East Coast Al. B. Josh Cartier. C. John Cabot. D. Jacques Cartier. The answer is C. John Cabot. Question 111. Who is known as the greatest living Canadian? A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. B. Terry Fox. C. Sir John A. Macdonald. D. Sir Sanford Fleming. The answer is A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. Question 135. Which of the following is the highest court of Canada? A. A provincial court. B. The small claims courts. C. The Supreme Court. D. The federal court. The answer is C. The Supreme Court. Question 16. In what jobs did the Métis first work with European settlers? A. Supplies traders, guides and interpreters. B. Taking care of children. C. Building housing. D. Fishing. The answer is A. Supplies traders, guides and interpreters. Question 58. What happens when the federal government loses a confidence vote? A. An election is called. B. The official opposition party takes power. C. The Prime Minister loses his job. D. The Prime Minister is no longer the leader of his party. The answer is A. An election is called. Question 90. Which province is on the Pacific coast of Canada? A. Nova Scotia. B. Alberta. C. New Brunswick. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 122. What are the three levels of government in Canada? A. Federal, provincial, and county. B. Federal, state, and city. C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. D. Federal, provincial, and rural. The answer is C. Federal, provincial, or territorial, and municipal. Question 146. Who out of the following is above the law in Canada? A. Judges. B. Police. C. Politicians. D. No one. The answer is D. No one. Question 5. What are the two official languages of Canada? A. In English. B. Speak French and inactive. C. English and French. D. Mandarin and English. The answer is C. English and French. Question 65. What is Canada's system of government called? A. Dictatorship. B. Parliamentary government. C. Military rule. D. Communism. The answer is B. Parliamentary government. Question 6. Which of the following is the federal government responsible for? A. Highways. B. For natural resources. C. Education. D. Interprovincial trade and communications. The answer is D. Interprovincial trade and communications. Question 36. What do the initials MP stand for in Canadian politics? A. Member of Parliament. B. Minister of Parliament. C. Member of the Patriots. D. Master of the Province. The answer is A. Member of Parliament. Question 92. What do Canadians normally wear on Remembrance Day? A. A red poppy. B. A green shirt. C. A black tie. D. A white shirt. The answer is A. A red poppy. Question 130. Who among the following can help you with legal problems? A. Politicians. B. Lawyers. C. Members of Parliament. D. The police. The answer is B. Lawyers. Question 9. Who let Quebec into Confederation? A. Sir Louis Hippolyte Lafontaine. B. Sir Georgette Cartier. C. Sir Wilfrid Laurier. D. Sir John A. Macdonald. The answer is B. Sir Georgette Cartier. Question 39. What should you do if you do not receive a voter information card before an election? A. Call your local municipality. B. Turn up at your nearest polling station on election day. C. You should assume you were not chosen to vote. D. Contact Elections Canada. The answer is D. Contact Elections Canada. Question 63. What does MA stand for? A. Member of the National Aid. B. Member of the National Association. C. Member of the National Airline. D. Member of the National Assembly. The answer is D. Member of the National Assembly. Question 88. Which provinces are connected to Ontario by land? A. New Brunswick in Quebec. B. Alberta and Quebec. C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. D. Manitoba and Alberta. The answer is C. Steve, Manitoba and Quebec. Question 145. What are the three branches of the Canadian government? A. Executive, Senate and Judicial. B. Executive, Legislative and Monarchy. C. Executive, Police and Judicial. D. Executive, Legislative and Judicial. The answer is D. Executive, Legislative and Judicial. Question 62. How is a cabinet minister chosen? A. By the Prime Minister. B. By the King. C. By the voters. D. By the senators. The answer is A. By the Prime Minister. Question 126. When was Canada's first financial institution opened? A. Early 16th century. B. Late 19th century. C. Late 18th and early 19th centuries. D. Early 18th century. The answer is C. Late 18th and early 19th centuries. Question 23. Which of the following is not a responsibility of Canadian citizens? A. Learning to speak both official languages. B. Voting in elections. C. Obeying the law. D. Taking responsibility for oneself and one's family. The answer is A. Learning to speak both official languages. Question 84. When was the current flag of Canada raised for the first time? A. 1921. B. 1965. C. 1949. D. 1892. The answer is B. 1965. Question 141. Which is Canada's largest city and main financial centre? A. Vancouver. B. Toronto. C. Montreal. D. Calgary. The answer is B. Toronto. Question 22. What types of jobs are provided by service industries? A. Communications and retail services. B. Transportation and education. C. Tourism and government. D. All answers are correct. The answer is D. All answers are correct. Question 40. What are the parties that are not in power called? A. Tea parties. B. Opposition parties. C. Rival parties. D. Opponents parties. The answer is B. Opposition parties. Question 83. Who chose Ottawa as the capital of Canada? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. Queen Elizabeth II. C. Queen Victoria. D. Queen Anne. The answer is C. Queen Victoria. Question 96. Where do most French-speaking Canadians live? A. Nova Scotia. B. Quebec. C. Ontario. D. New Brunswick. The answer is B. Quebec. Question 134. Who represents an electoral district? A. The Commissioner. B. The Governor-General. C. The Lieutenant Governor. D. The Member of Parliament. The answer is D. The Member of Parliament. Question 13. Which province is one of the most productive agricultural regions in the world? A. Manitoba. B. Saskatchewan. C. British Columbia. D. Alberta. The answer is B. Saskatchewan. Question 31. When did the British North America Act come into effect? A. 1867. B. 1881. C. 1901. D. 1876. The answer is A. 1867. Question 74. Since when has the protocol for the amendment of the Canadian Constitution existed? A. 1962. B. 1982. C. 1885. D. 1972. The answer is B. 1982. Question 86. In which province are more than half of Canada's aeronautics and space industry located? A. Saskatchewan. B. Ontario. C. Quebec. D. Manitoba. The answer is C. Quebec. Question 113. How large is Canada? A. About 8 million square kilometers. B. About 10 million square kilometers. C. About 11 million square kilometers. D. About 9 million square kilometers. The answer is B. About 10 million square kilometers. Question 8. Where do more than half of the people in Canada live? A. Coastal Pacific. B. Atlantic Canada. C. Prairies. D. Central Canada. The answer is D. Central Canada. Question 44. Which region of Canada is known for its fertile agricultural land and energy resources? A. Central Canada. B. Quebec. C. Prairie provinces. D. Maritime provinces. The answer is C. Prairie provinces. Question 69. Who was Sir George Aiken Cartier? A. A railway lawyer in Montreal. B. The first French-Canadian Prime Minister. C. The first head of a responsible government. D. Canada's first Prime Minister. The answer is A. A railway lawyer in Montreal. Question 120. What is the tenure of the Governor-General? A. 4 years. B. 6 years. C. 5 years. D. 7 years. The answer is C. 5 years. Question 144. Who governs Canada on a daily basis at the federal level? A. Premier. B. Governor-General. C. The King. D. Prime Minister. The answer is D. Prime Minister. Question 41. Which of the following is the oldest colony of the British Empire in Canada? A. Quebec. B. Ontario. C. Alberta. D. Newfoundland and Labrador. The answer is D. Newfoundland and Labrador. Question 91. Which is the Canadian province with the largest population? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. D. Alberta. The answer is A. Ontario. Question 129. What are the members of the House of Commons also known as? A. Commissioners. B. Members of Parliament or MPS. C. Members of the Provincial Parliament MPPS. D. None of these. The answer is B. Members of Parliament or MPS. Question 24. Where are the Parliament buildings located? A. Toronto. B. Kingston. C. London. D. Ottawa. The answer is D. Ottawa. Question 79. If the government loses a confidence vote in Assembly, they A. Call for by-elections. B. Can continue. C. Do nothing. D. Must resign. The answer is D. Must resign. Question 15. How are members of Parliament chosen? A. Elected by senators. B. Elected by the Prime Minister. C. Chosen by the King. D. Elected by Canadian citizens. The answer is D. Elected by Canadian citizens. Question 33. What do you call a law before it is passed? A. A proposed law. B. A bill. C. A new law. D. A proposal of a law. The answer is B. A bill. Question 82. Who is Canada's head of state? A. The Premier of Canada. B. A hereditary sovereign queen or king. C. The Governor-General. D. The Prime Minister. The answer is B. A hereditary sovereign queen or king. Question 95. Which province is the only officially bilingual province? A. Ontario. B. Quebec. C. Nova Scotia. D. New Brunswick. The answer is D. New Brunswick. Question 127. Which of the following governments provides publicly funded education? A. City government. B. Federal government. C. None of these. D. Provincial and territorial governments. The answer is D. Provincial and territorial governments. Question 50. Who discovered insulin? A. Dr. Wilder Penfield. B. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. C. Sir Frederick Banting and Charles Best. D. Dr. Jonathan Hops. The answer is C. Sir Frederick Banting and Charles Best. Question 75. What is Canada's national winter sport? A. Lacrosse. B. Basketball. C. Hockey. D. Golf. The answer is C. Hockey. Question 35. Which province has the most valuable forest industry in Canada? A. Ontario. B. Alberta. C. Quebec. D. British Columbia. The answer is D. British Columbia. Question 97. What is the head of the city called? A. Mayor. B. Councillor. C. Alderman. D. Premier. The answer is A. Mayor. Question 34. Who among these is a Nobel Prize-winning scientist? A. Gerhard Herzberg. B. Marshall McLuhan. C. Alexander Graham Bell. D. Harold Innis. The answer is A. Gerhard Herzberg. Question 25. What forms a jury? A. Politicians. B. Immigrants. C. Judges. D. A jury is made up of citizens. The answer is D. A jury is made up of citizens. Question 149. When was the Canadian Pacific Railway finished? A. Late 1600s. B. Late 1700s. C. Late 1800s. D. Early 1700s. The answer is C. Late 1800s. Question 147. Who invented the snowmobile? A. Alexander Graham Bell. B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. C. Sir Sanford Fleming. D. Matthew Evans and Henry Woodward. The answer is B. Joseph Armand Bombardier. Question 105. Which oceans line Canada's frontiers? A. The Pacific Ocean in the west. B. The Atlantic Ocean in the east. C. The Arctic Ocean to the north. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Question 61. In which type of industry did most early European settlers work? A. Fur trading. B. Oil. C. Gold mining. D. Hunting. The answer is A. Fur trading. Question 17. What was the main advantage of NAFTA agreement? A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. B. Free trade between Canada and China. C. Free trade between Canada and the UK. D. Free trade between Canada and Japan. The answer is A. Free trade among Canada, the USA, and Mexico. Question 124. How many Canadians served in World War II? A. More than 1 million. B. Less than 500,000. C. About 900,000. D. About 500,000. The answer is A. More than 1 million. Question 2. What is the name of the Royal Anthem of Canada? A. Great Canada. B. Canada. C. God Save the Queen or King. D. O Canada. The answer is C. God Save the Queen or King.